We thank you, Father, Mother God, for this great and wonderful privilege to be here with these divine souls on this beautiful Sunday morning. We ask that the healing angels, the guides, the loved ones, the teachers, the holy ones, the masters, the gurus, the great, great ones, the holy angels, archangels, and spiritual helpers to come forth and work and speak through us, to give us inspiration, upliftment, guidance, healing, divine protection, divine blessings, divine love, and peace and harmony in our hearts. We thank you, Father, Mother God, for this great and wonderful privilege to be here with these divine souls. So be it, so be it, so be it, and so it is. Amen. I am that I am, and I am love. I am light. I am truth. Like I say, welcome today on this beautiful Sunday morning. We are all here to celebrate our joyous lives and the life of this beautiful planet. And it is the week of Thanksgiving, so we will speak a bit about gratitude and what it means to us as divine beings on this earth, and why we express gratitude as we go through this beautiful life that we have here as beautiful souls. So today, as we start, we're going to do something a little bit different this morning, and we'll have each one of you come up and light a candle up here on the table, and then take a gold envelope. So come on up and light a candle for Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yes, of course. And as you're lighting your candle, please think of things that you're grateful for. You can let it go. We'll just go ahead and wind up. Thank you. And that's for you. Make my eyes to see. How are you this morning, Reverend Mitchell? And you are grateful. Yeah, that's got a long week on it, doesn't it? So now, here you go, Richard. Down, Father, and I'll touch you. There you go. There you go. Stephanie? And David. And David, would you like the rest of the candles, please? Light the rest of the candles. Oh, well, Josie wants to light one, so let her light. Leave one for Joe.
Making a wish or a prayer?
A prayer of thanksgiving as you light your candle. And this is for you, David. We'll light the rest of them. Go ahead and And you've gotten golden envelopes, and for you at home, get yourselves a thank you card. And this week, I ask you, Spirit asks you to write a thank you card to yourselves. Okay, what are you grateful for about yourself? We're grateful in lifetime. And when people say to me, when I say to people sometimes, what are you grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my friends, my family, blah, 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 blah. Are they grateful for themselves? We have to practice everything that we put out for ourselves. In order to have a successful spiritual or any kind of real life here on earth, it starts with self-love. For it, if you do self-love, it's honoring that you are the kingdom of heaven, that you are the divine soul. That is your way of honoring and praising our divine creator, our source. Because when we recognize that we're a particle of the source, and I like to say to people, if God was the sun, you're a sun ray, and so is everybody else, right? So we're a particle of the source. So because we have a human body and we live in a different kind of world, we forget that we are source itself. And we forget to be grateful for who we are. And how to live life and raise our vibration is through empowerment, forgiveness, and gratitude. I often recommend to people that they keep a gratitude journal, to write 10 things down every day that they're grateful for. But I'll guarantee you that most people, when you look at their gratitude journals, they don't say, I'm grateful for being here on earth or being who I am. We were born in perfection. We just forgot. We have amnesia when we come here, don't we? We forget what a beautiful divine soul we are, that we're magnificent beings, that we're children of God, and that we have way, way more power than we give ourselves credit for. Because most of the time when we're here on earth, we have the unfortunate perception that we give our power up to other people, places, things, situations. And in doing empowerment through an I am affirmation, through meditation, through connecting and aligning, affirming every day that you're being divinely guided, and then doing forgiveness. The first person on your forgiveness list is who? You. You put yourself on the forgiveness list first because why? Because we have so many misconceptions about ourselves. And when we get to the point where we don't have misconceptions about ourselves and we're living the best that we are, that we're being all that we can be, guess what? We don't have to be in earth school any longer. So the more we attune to that forgiveness and gratitude of self, then we begin to move our vibration higher and higher, and we can become all that we need to be, or that we were born in, that perfection that we were born in. Now, I don't know anybody that's gotten there just yet. And if they are, they aren't here on earth usually. But it doesn't stop us from moving ourselves up into a higher dimensional frequency. And as we come here and know at this particular moment on earth that the higher dimensional frequencies are coming, they're being integrated into our earth realm every moment, we can connect to that. We don't have to connect to what's going on out in the world. We don't have to connect to anything that we don't want to. remember what we are in charge of on this earth are only two things: ourselves and how we use it. And you have a choice: willingness, awareness, and then comes choice. Willingness to look at it, awareness of what it is, and then the choice as to where you want to resonate at and what vibration you'd like to vibrate at, and how would you like to present yourself to this world. There are a lot of programmed ideas about how we should live. And we get programmed in our schools, don't we? How we should think, how we should conduct ourselves. But as you get a little older and you have a better understanding of things, you become an observer of all things. Your life, your everything that you do. You become that observer. And when you become that observer, you become aware and conscious of what is really going on. And the blinders come off. And once you clear then some of the things that are keeping you back in your emotional body, you clear some of the wounds and the hurt, you start seeing clearer and clearer and clearer. It's like using you've got mud on your windshield and you use the wiper and you don't use that spray. There you go, thank you. You don't use the stuff to wash it off with. What happens to the mud? It just smears everything and you can't see through it. But when you clear it with the spray, you can see clearly. And gratitude and thankfulness really is part of your journey, and make it a part of your journey. Because if we do not feel that we're grateful for anything, it turns to resentment, doesn't it? And we hold that in our emotional field, and then we look through that, and that is clouded vision, isn't it? So finding joy and gratitude, love are pretty much the essence of where you want to resonate for the most part. Okay. So in our program today, we'll talk about we'll say the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer is connected to each and every one of the chakras. As you say the Lord's Prayer, it clears the chakra. Our Father, which art in heaven, is connected to the crown. Hallowed be thy name is the ajna, which is here, and the throat chakra. Thy kingdom come is the heart. Thy will be done is the front and back solar plexus. On earth as it is in heaven is your navel chakra. And the front and back spleen. Give us this day our daily bread is the front and back spleen, because the spleen chakra actually brings in the divine prana into our body, source energy. And forgive us our debts as we forgive those who forgive our debtors. That's the Meng chakra, which is directly behind the navel. Lead us not into temptation is the back heart, and deliver us from evil is the crown, the sex chakra, and the throat chakra. For thine is the kingdom, is the basic or the root chakra, and the power is the front and back spleen, and the glory is the Meng, and of course, forever, amen, is the crown. Meng. It's a Meng, M-E-N-G, and then Meng, M-E-I-N. Meng. It controls your blood pressure and your blood, and it's actually it also helps with the heart. It's right behind your navel. right here. Just above your root chakra, your basic. Okay, I will at some point give a workshop on the chakras and their function. And I can explain all that in there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the Lord's Prayer. Let's say that together. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. Amen. So the Lord's Prayer is a very, very strong prayer. Reverend Sharon and the rest of the reverends here like to sing it in, is it Hebrew? Hebrew. And I have not quite got that down yet. So until I get it down, we won't be singing it in Hebrew. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to invoke the great I am. The great I am brings you back in connection with your higher soul. We come into this earth with a huge soul. As we come into this earth with this huge soul, we have only a particle that will fit into our human bodies. So we have the higher soul and the incarnated soul. The incarnated soul is not separate from the higher soul, but because we are in a dimension of separation and duality, we have this separated feeling. Okay, so when you do the I am, that I am, I am that I am. The higher soul is connected to the divine. It steps down the energy, comes through the spiritual cord to the incarnated soul. So if we were to plug ourselves directly into the divine, the energy would be so strong it'd blow our bodies up. Okay, we just like fireworks, right? So that's why we have a higher soul that steps down that energy. Yeah, if you know, like Buddha, Jesus, any of those really intense gurus, they practice, for anybody who's in a human body, will practice for many, many years, lots of times, or prepare themselves through their lifetime to really get more spiritual energy coming through their bodies. While yoga is not an exercise program. It means union. It's designed to prepare the body to take on more divine energy. It's become very popular as an exercise program, and that's wonderful. But that's not what it was totally designed for. The yogis, union with the divine. So when we do meditation, if you do meditation 1 day a week, your spiritual cord is like this, it'll grow like this. But if you do meditation with a group, it's like doing meditation 7 days a week. And your spiritual cord starts to grow bigger because it can, and when you're doing meditation with more than one person, it encases all of the spiritual cords. And that becomes a tunnel of energy that can come through. In pranic healing, we learn to exercise before we do meditation. Why is that? Because we prepare the body to let the energy move through the body. So it's oftentimes recommended to do some form of exercise before you meditate. And meditation in a group is wonderful. So we will say the I am affirmation to connect with our higher soul. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am not the mind. The mind is only a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with my divine spark. I am a child of God. I am connected with God, one with God. I am one with all. Oh, yes, one with all. Like I say, if God were the sun, we're all sun rays. Now, you might look around and say, I don't want to be one with Charles Manson. Or I don't want to be one with the guy across the street, or somebody they don't resonate with you. Okay? They came from the same source. You don't have to like their actions. You don't have to hug them and love them up. But you want to send them divine love. That doesn't mean you have to love them personally. Okay? As there's a few people on earth, there's no way in the world that I could do that. You know? But we can send them spiritual love. Send them love and blessings. And then do forgiveness. Okay? You know what forgiveness does for us? It unchains karmic ties. If you are having someone, a brother, a sister, a family member, somebody that you went out with, or somebody that, you know, you were very close buddies with, and it turned sour and it went the wrong direction. That soul is attached to you karmically. You had an agreement to be here with that soul. And when you came here with that soul, there was a certain kind of lesson or experience that you agreed to have with that person, right? But it doesn't mean that we have to keep replaying that person over and over and over in our lives, which happens lots of times, doesn't it? Like you think you got rid of that person, and all of a sudden, another person shows up just like them. And it's like, oh my goodness, when is this going to stop, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to say those souls are chained. You're chained to that pattern. You're chained to those particular souls. They had a wonderful agreement with you. And what is that agreement? That agreement that they had with you is that you would continue to play out this particular karmic thing with them, and they would stay in that particular karmic role for you so that you could grow. So actually, you want to thank that person for being an irritating, attention-seeking person. Because it is making you grow. And they agreed to stay in that role. Conscious, not usually consciously. My mother was one of those people. You know, and I was like, what's going on? Until Spirit spoke to me one time and explained to me. And they said, even Buddha, Spirit said to me, even Buddha had to leave his family to be on his spiritual path. We are oftentimes not meant to stay with the families that we have. We're oftentimes meant to be there for only a little while. You know, we have this idea of what family's supposed to be, but how often does that play out? Not very often, does it? Most families are dysfunctional in some way or form. And so in this time of gratitude, we need to turn and look who is teaching our highest and best lessons. Who is teaching us and thanking them for being grateful for who we are. I oftentimes felt that I was grateful that I wasn't like my family, you know, but I also have to send gratitude to them for being who they are, for being the divine souls that were so unselfish in another realm before we came here to say, I will be that person for you. I will be that irritation for you. I will be that person in the family lineage that will help you clear the family lineage. Help you take that on, take that role on to do forgiveness. And help you understand what it is like to be truly, truly grateful for all experiences, good, bad, and different. Because there are no mistakes in our experiences. It's what we do with those mistakes that count. Do we get a higher vision of what's going on? Do we have a higher understanding of the person that's irritating the snot out of you? You know? Do we have a higher understanding of our purpose to hold the light and to be in gratitude through all of it? Are we going to moan and complain about it? Are we going to put energy into that lack of, oh, I don't have a partner. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have a family that I can get together with. So build your own family. I like those people better than my family members anyway. I can hang out with them, right? We are on the same line. We're on the same thought vibration. So I love my light family. And I'm grateful for them too. I'm grateful for my own family for showing me what I don't want. And I'm grateful for my beautiful light family for being there for me, for supporting me, for loving me, and giving me a chance to love them. And giving me a chance to celebrate life with them and find joy and find gratitude and find a place where, oh, when I'm with this person, I can just be myself, truly me, my true authentic self, which lots of times we're trained not to be, aren't we? We're trained, don't do that. That's not appropriate. Don't say that when you're growing up. There's a lot of don'ts, isn't there? But what about the do's? Do be joyful. Do be forgiving. Do be grateful. Gratitude and forgiveness are one of the power tools that we have. And it opens up our vision, how we observe things. It changes your total knowledge, not perspective. Perspective lots of times comes from your ego, but perspective of who you are and all that you can be. You see things differently. You see each person differently. You have a greater understanding of, okay, this person's acting like this because you can see where their wounds are. You can see where their insecurities are. And you can have compassion and understanding for that person. Like I say, you don't have to be their best friend or crawl into bed with them. But you can be understanding, forgiving, and send them light. Because those people need it more than we do. Because we're already vibrating at light, aren't we? So we want to hold the light. We want to hold the light for ourselves first, though. It's about self-love and self-forgiveness, and then self-gratitude. So with those three things under our belt, we have a whole bag full of tricks, don't we? Because when you have those things, that you have self-love, you have self-forgiveness, and you have self-gratitude, you're not being narcissistic, because you're going to share that. And when you share those kind of things with yourself, with others, it grows. And the more that grows, the more miracles you're going to be able to perform in your own life and give to others too. Because you walk your truth, your divineness, your perfection that you were born in. And as we walk in this perfection of joy and love, gratitude, forgiveness, empowerment, and we spread that around, the world becomes a better place. And you are the star and the divine individual that you came here to be. And that's worth shouting about. And that's worth sharing with others. So we're going to do the joy of forgiveness. It's on the next page. I am flooding my being and every cell of the etheric record since the beginning of time with a joyful experience of divine forgiveness. In forgiving, I let go of all the effects and misused energy impinging on my life and the lives of all humanity. I let go of the ignorance, confusion, and pain of this world. I know I have come to love life free, and so I shall. This is the heart center of my existence, the joy of forgiving life as it enters my awareness. From this moment forth, I shall stay life free into a higher vibration with the gift of forgiveness that my Father, Mother, God have given so freely onto my keeping. I am a force of the violet flame of forgiveness, flooding this sweet earth. I am joy of forgiveness. I am the joy of forgiveness. I am the joy of forgiveness. I don't know about you guys, but when I read this, I feel so good. Kind of tingly inside. On the next page, we're going to invoke the violet flame. Transmute by the violet fire all causes and cores not of God's desire. I am a cause of I am a being of cause alone that causes love, the sacred tone. Transmute by the violet fire all causes and cores not of God's desire. I am a being of cause alone that causes love, the sacred tone. Transmute by the violet fire all causes and cores not of God's desire. I am a being of cause alone that causes love, the sacred tone. So we've done forgiveness, we did the I am affirmation, and now we're going to concentrate on gratitude. Before some of you came in, Tony and Trina, we lit a candle And just think of yourself lighting a candle of gratitude. And as we lit the candle of gratitude, and after this is over, we'll give you an envelope too. I gave each one a thank you card. And I want you this week to go home and write a thank you note to yourself. And be grateful for all the wonderful things you are. Okay? So you be the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Okay? We're off to the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And you be that Wizard of Oz. To grant yourself the gratitude and the things that you so truly want to bring into manifesting on this earth. Now, here's the deal. You can manifest with gratitude. If you keep a gratitude journal, you can manifest things that you want to bring in. So I am grateful for a new car, and that it'll show up on my doorstep. It'll be right where I want it to be, and I'll see it when I need to see it. I'm grateful for that. You can create with gratitude. I am grateful for a new vacation. I am grateful for new friends. I am grateful for a place to worship. I am grateful for my beautiful light form. What do you want to manifest? Because if you do it with gratitude, it taps into joy and that higher vibration. Well, if anybody has studied Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction, we have to be aligned in order to manifest and to tap into what we want. So when you do it in gratitude, you are becoming aligned. So the gratitude of our Father, Mother, God. I want you to close your eyes. And as I read this, I want you to feel the vibration of gratitude, what it feels like to be truly grateful. Beloved Father, Mother, God, for from your glorious heart, I came into being, and into your loving heart one day, when my service here on earth is through, I shall return. I thank you for the privilege of having life, of having a physical embodiment during this sacred time when the permanent golden age of spiritual freedom is being established on earth. I thank you for the gift of transmutation through the power of the violet transmuting flame. The amazing gift through which all that is not of the light that I, myself, and others have created consciously or unconsciously shall be purified and return to the light. I thank you for sustaining through the legions of the Ascension flame, the open door through which this sweet earth and all life evolving upon her shall return home. To this end, I now, individually and collectively, as a surrogate on behalf of all humanity, offer my energies and my individual life stream as the Holy Grail through which the light of creation will flow to fulfill the immaculate conception of the divine plan for this blessed planet. Assist me, beloved Father, Mother, God, to harmonize my outer self, my physical, my etheric, my mental, and my emotional bodies. Through the grace of transfiguring divine love, invest me with the power to magnetize and radiate the presence of divinity with every thought, word, and action and feeling I express from this moment forth. Feel the energy of that divine gratitude. Know that you are a chosen light worker at this particular time and that you chose through the help of your guides, loved ones, teachers, masters, holy ones, all the above, that you chose to come here at this divine time to help ascend this earth's energy to the fifth dimensional frequency of love. Feel the fifth dimensional frequency of love pouring down through your crown chakra at this moment, and know that you are a divine spark of God. You are a holy chosen one. Own your worth. For without you, this particular human experience of you that you're having, the world would not be the same. And at this moment, we're living on many dimensions at the same time. And the higher dimensional self of presence of you is pouring down that divine light through your physical self. I am gratitude. And so it is, beloved, I am. Okay? You can open your eyes and we'll go to the last page and we'll say the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, light descends on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, love streams forth into the hearts of men. Christ consciousness returns to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, purpose guides the little will of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, the plan of love and light works out and seals the door where evil dwells. Light, love, and power restores the plan on. So connect yourself to that divine plan and make yourself a promise that you will carry out that divine plan and each particle of your being. So invoke each day to be connected and to be divinely guided through your day. And then also invoke that you are grateful or thank you. I like to say thank you, thank you, thank you to myself. When I look at myself in the mirror, many times I'll say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for carrying me through this life. Because that connects me to the divinity within me. So we have wonderful Josie here today, and she's going to do some music. And after that, we will have a meditation. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Several years ago, I had attended a seminar that anyway, the facilitator mentioned that every morning, look at yourself in the mirror and just say how special you are. Like what she was sharing with that. How much you love yourself and this and that. And then as soon as the speaker shared that, one man from the audience stood up and he said, I cannot do that. I would feel silly. And the speaker said, for Christ's sake, that only takes a minute. Can you not stand yourself for just 1 minute? So that's a good what you shared. It's really touched me. It reminded me of you cannot just give and give and love people. You need to nurture the giver also. Us. Because if we are not giving to ourselves, loving ourselves, then we are giving out of emptiness from our own And when you shared also that we are all energy, and that we must like even the people that are so unkind to us. What came in my mind is that the energy of Jesus Christ and Hitler is the same. It was just used differently. So very, very good reminder how much we should connect to everyone, not through their facade, but at the very core of their being. So thank you for reiterating that we need to learn how to connect more on a deeper level. By the way, last time I had shared that I had this warm up before I sing to make sure I bring energy into my vocal. And anyone remember what was that warm up?
Laughing,
Pardon me?
laughing.
Okay, there's one more. There's one more. Anyone remember? Give us a clue.
I don't remember.
Oh,
You have to remind us.
lion yoga.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it brings energy into the face, into the vocal. And then there's a cute story since I was a little girl, I have been always wanting to sing and my voice was not coming out. And I've only started singing. I was already in my late 20s when my voice came out. And what came to me was, it's because when I was growing up, we were not allowed to express anger. It's considered disrespectful to our parents. We're not allowed to disagree. We're supposed to just say yes. So I noticed as I grow up, it really blocked that energy. I realized later on that is really what's the reason why I could not sing.
It's those programs that are in our head, the people like Ruth, I was talking about the educational system. People tell us, like your parents told you it wasn't good to express anger. We have all different kinds of emotions, don't we? We need to express all of them, but in a proper way. You don't want to go beat somebody up just because they're angry, but you can say, I'm feeling angry, and let it go. Go through it. Because the more you go through it, the less you'll have to do it.
So there's always a loving way to express anger. Anyway, I also very grateful to my late husband. He's German. And I noticed their culture, they're very vocal. He didn't want us to go to bed until we discuss our disagreement. So that helped me release that block. And so I was able to sing later. So I was just singing and singing in the kitchen and the bathroom. And then later I told my kids, I think I want to start sharing my singing now because I'm getting tired of singing in the bathroom. And my son, by the way, said, Mama, please don't. You're going to embarrass us. So anyway.
Because he only heard the bathroom singing.
So anyway, I thank God I did not let that stop me. By the way, I was going to give a prize to what I had asked earlier. So you're who said laughing. So you're the closest one. Here's the prize. Okay, another prize I want to give.
There you go.
So remember, the answer is lion, and that's right. We must pay attention because the spirit works with us when we are really awake at the point of action. Another prize I want to give to is who did a well-being routine this morning before they before they get up, before they eat breakfast, like exercise, meditation. Who took the time to do that this morning?
Tony did.
What's your routine? What's your healthy well-being routine?
I either play pickleball and do yoga.
I mean, this morning, what did you do this morning?
Morning yoga.
Okay, come on here. Get your prize. I remember universe rewards people that take action to stay. In order for us to sustain our peace and joy, vibration in our heart. All right. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your greatness is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to God's soul. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to God's soul. How deeply you're connected to God's soul. How deeply you're connected to God's soul. La 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 how deeply you're connected to God's soul. How deeply we are all connected as God's soul.
Thank you, Pastor. What a beautiful song. Okay, with that beautiful music, we'll go into a meditation. And so can you please put your feet flat on the floor, hands in your lap. And as we go into meditation, we're going to do release. So as we did before, we're going to breathe in through the crown, and then we'll go to the solar plexus, release through the mouth. So inhale through the crown, hold it at the solar plexus, and release. Breathe in through the crown, hold it at the solar plexus, and release. Breathe in through the crown. Hold it at the solar plexus. Say to yourself, I truly, deeply, completely and permanently accept the healing and the energies and the gratitude of this meditation. Make yourself ready to receive. We are giving all the time our love, our time, our energy. But right now, we are going to receive in gratitude. Think of a time when someone touched your heart or spirit touched your heart in such a magnificent way that it brought tears to you, or compassion in your heart so deeply with the gratitude of what was happening. Feel the energy of that. Know at that moment that you were surrounded with love, divine love, high frequency love. Fifth dimensional frequency of love energy is pouring in right now through your crown chakra. See a beautiful electric violet light pouring down with that fifth dimensional frequency of love. The beautiful divine council of 9 and the divine council of 12 enter the room. Feel them surrounding the room. They are the council of all creation. And feel the gratitude that they have that you agreed to come here to be a divine light. They are grateful for your service, for your commitment, for your devotion, for the divine you that you created in this lifetime. The agreements and the contracts that you make are now before you. And you sign off in gratitude that you will continue on your golden path, on the purpose that you feel your guides standing beside you, supporting you, loving you, and they're having a party for you and their gratitude. And as they're celebrating you, turn that celebration to yourself. For my divine purpose, I am grateful. Perfectly the expression of God that I can be. I hold myself in great gratitude. I hold myself in forgiveness. I hold myself in divine. Look at your subconscious. Ask your subconscious to appear in front of you. It doesn't matter what shape or form that it appears in. And thank your subconscious. And ask your subconscious to come inside your heart and be loved. Ask your inner child to appear in front of you. Thank your inner child. Integrate your inner child in your heart to be held with honor, gratitude, love, forgiveness. No matter what happened to you, or what programs that were in you, they don't have to remain there. So forgive them and be grateful for all that you. Feel the love and warmth and divineness that you are. Pour that through every part of you. Divine soul that you are, soul that was born in perfection, is that is love, that is the great I am presence. As you do so, feel the light and love and that amazing energy that comes from your heart center. Now share all that love that you have for yourself, all that connection with God that you're feeling right, all that gratitude, all that forgiveness, and share that. Imagine the world in front of you like a small bubble. Bringing pink light from your hands to the world. Sharing the power. Please. There is no gratitude. as we go from here today, be thankful for yourself and be giving to yourself. It is not a thankfulness or giving to yourself in a narcissistic way, but in a heavenly, a divine. Or when you recognize the divinity within you, you see it in others. And you recognize the gratitude with you see it in others. And you recognize the love within you see it in others. Recognize divine intelligence. See it in others. You recognize divine will. You align with the divinity in you. The divinity. When you do that, you set the fifth dimensional frequency of love. Set it into your own frequency and you send it out to her. And you create that. Because you're aligned with your divine creator. And then you hope, love, and gratitude. You feel the divine codes of love and light pouring down with the light that pours through our consciousness, activating our cells, our DNA, raising our frequency to higher and higher levels, shifting our observation of who we are. And know that once that shift happens, never go back. So you take on your true authentic self, your divine goal, your purpose, your divinity throughout yourselves, and you send it out to the world. You become more a divine oneness. You take in a deep breath, we will Before you open your eyes, smile at yourself. Smile at who you are. Feel the joy and the happiness of that. Softly, slowly, through your smiling at each other and yourselves. And Josie's gonna play a little bit more music for us as we kind of get back into our bodies. I don't know about you all, but I was way out there. Powerful energy coming through. Soak up the energy as long as you like to. Know that you are grateful. And as you go through this Thanksgiving week, feel the gratitude with everything that happens in life, good, bad, or indifferent. And namaste, everyone. Thank you for being here. Don't forget the donation basket in the back. And make sure that you are fully back into your body before you drive away.
Since it's a gratitude week, song is about person who is grateful for the way she is. Down by the railroad station, some people are getting on. Some are going north, some are going south. I just love to be gone. Some people choose to be takers, others just love to give. Some are born just to love. I just love to live, 'cause I'm just born to be exactly what you see, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best, I'm just proud to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I am just me. Some people say that life is rough. I wonder compared to what? Some are wanting more, getting less. I just love what I got. Some people live up on a hill, others down by the sea. Some wants to live inside high walls. I just love to be free, 'cause I'm just born to be exactly what you see, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best, I'm just proud to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I am just me. I'm just proud to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I am just me. Love you all.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you so much. Namaste to all of you. I'm so glad that you joined us today. And don't forget to put donations on the website. God bless.